Welcome. You are at the CCC.
Where there are no outside issues. My name is Anthony. I'm an addict and an alcoholic. Another bozo on the bus, and I care about you.
Yes, and I'm LouiLou, and my pronouns are he and him. I'm in recovery for crystal meth and alcohol, and I am always in search of balance.
Oh, balance.
Balance, yes. And each week we strive to foster...
Bitch, how many times we've done this so many times?
Where we can engage in conversation centered around topics of recovery.
And our intention is to hold and inspire better spaces for more people in recovery by tackling issues sometimes used to separate us.
Yes, but before we do that, please like, share, comment, and rate this episode.
And now the disclaimer. I'm gonna wait for the music, though.
I'm gonna wait for that. I'm gonna wait for the music.
The thoughts, opinions expressed on at the CCC are ours alone. We don't represent anyone but ourselves. The material shared here is for general information purposes only. In other words, we're just a couple of friends behind a mic here to entertain you.
Absolutely. Having the kiki.
Oh my God, we're back.
We are back.
We are back.
Oh my God. It's like, I know. And Alex just posted, it's like, they waited a whole 15 minutes. I'm so glad you waited a whole 15 minutes.
Who said that?
Alex popped up.
Which Alex?
Little Alex.
Get a job.
We've been waiting
Get
for
a
whole
fucking
15
job.
minutes. He has a job. Yeah, no.
Hi, Alex.
This is the first time we've been back together, setting up, and we need to make sure that everything was just right.
I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but you and I are not in control of what time we go on.
Yeah. We're the talent.
We are the talent. And so for folks watching, we have this beautiful new background.
Exactly. It's like I feel like it's a whole new set.
Yeah, it does feel like a whole new set. We have a bunch of cool set. We have like extra mics,
Different camera. Like, we really use that time, the break that we get, to kind of think about how we can improve this.
You have glitter on your face.
That's probably makeup from the last time I said. I mean, I do the best I can to get it off.
Yeah. But no, you're right. We do use that time to prepare and get new stuff. So yeah, Lewis and I were talking about just how it's a very gay background.
Extremely. It's
like very gay background.
The only thing we're missing, like we said, is a bunch of dick sucking behind us.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, well, we are a gay podcast or
Yes.
queer podcast. So how have you been since last I saw you?
You know what? Are you talking about since last you saw me on here, or since last
you know what I mean, bitch?
Exactly. No, actually, been really good. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff happening. It's like I've been going to the theater, been working on me.
I didn't even know you were a theater person.
Oh, I love it. Are you kidding? It's like, and what's really cool, like, I am one of those theater people. Like, when a show comes, I want to see it in the beginning. I want to see it in the middle and the end. I love when they replace actors. Like, I saw Hamilton like 5 times. I like when they replace actors because the interesting thing about the theater is that, no 2 shows are ever going to be the same.
Right.
You get that dynamic, and I love when things don't work out. It's kind of like what you said in the past. It's like, when things don't go the way they're supposed to, it can be a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like
I look forward to when things don't work out.
Absolutely. And so,
I feel like when things don't work out, that's like excuse me. When things don't work out, it feels like God showing his hand.
and it's an opportunity for you to kind of learn how to
It's
to
an
deal with shit with
opportunity.
grace.
It's an opportunity.
Kind of like us starting 15 minutes later.
It's
like
an opportunity.
It wasn't supposed to, wow.
Are you really going to come for Steven right now?
No, I'm not coming for him, but it's interesting that you're concerned about me coming for him while you were just coming for me.
It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. Oh, if things don't work out.
Wow. It's like I can tell that you've missed me.
I do. I have missed you. I just, sometimes I just get so annoyed when people fucking say like pithy shit like that. Like, well, girl, you get to work on this.
No, I know.
Get the fuck out of here. Sometimes.
Yeah, it sucks. It sounds sucks, but it's like, it's true. You get to work on it. It's like, I love the idea that if I change how I view it, it will make it a little more bearable. Do you know?
Yeah. I was only half listening. What did you say?
I know exactly. Wow.
Because I was looking at you and I was like, I have this idea. Well, what I was thinking about was, how people say, like some people say, well, it's my truth. It's my truth. Well, your truth can be wrong.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Or like, It's funny that Alex just commented because, you know, and we all actually, you and I also have this mutual friend. Jose's been on. Jose will say, like, you know, two things can be true at the same time. And two things can also be wrong, like false at the same time.
Well, most of the time it's whatever somebody else is thinking and not me, because I'm a Virgo. Or two.
Yeah, I'm a Virgo too.
Yeah, exactly.
My birthday's just like, well, our birthdays are just a couple months away.
I know. Oh,
That's
God.
crazy.
It's like, this is the year I'm going to be 100.
100?
No, I'm not going to be 100. You know what's...
You're looking good for
okay,
75.
So, shush. So you know what's crazy? Okay, so... And I know what the deal is on these online apps or whatever. When people... You see a picture of somebody and they say they're a certain age and that age is almost 5 or 10 years younger than you, and I'm all... Well, you must have had a hard life. Because
I don't even... excuse me. I don't even know why... I made that age joke because I think those kind of jokes are so stupid. You know what I mean?
Well, you're stupid, and that's why it was natural.
It was, oh God.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's like I'm home. You know what's interesting is like I think.
What do you think?
What you probably, those of you watching and eventually listening, you know, it's going to take us a while to kind of adjust to this time. To
what time?
The time period.
Oh, like 8 p.m. or like new time slot?
Yeah, it's a little later. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, the energy's different. I come from work. Like normally I would have the day off and I get to just relax and then roll in here and drop some knowledge. Wicca.
You know, sometimes I forget that you're employed. I'm not trying to be shady, but I was just having this conversation with a friend where like, so like some people, I just can't picture them doing things. Like Alex, who commented, I was telling him, he was like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store. I was like, that's so crazy. I can't picture you in a grocery store.
Why not?
I don't know. There's just something like, I can't explain it. There's just certain things like
you can't take us out of context.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Or like, don't you remember like being in school, like elementary school, and you would see a teacher outside of the school and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing here?
It's so jarring.
I thought you like turned off and went back into your closet.
I thought you were sleeping in the classroom. Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, so
yes.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Yeah, and then it goes with this goddamn background. It's like I'm all.
I have, I keep looking at this background, and right now it's reminding me of those Valentine's Day candies.
Oh yeah,
I said that weird. Valentine's Day candies.
The really hard ones, the nasty ones, like.
And it says like, I missed you, or
be mine,
or be my yeah.
Be my Valentine.
Yeah, be mine.
Oh my God!
Or like
Steven just flicked us off because Steven, like, we need to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, no, this is cool.
The background is amazing.
No, I'm not. It's
Steven,
like
Steven kept showing us pictures, and everybody's like, no, not that one, not that one, not that one. And I think Steven is so kind of patient and like he didn't lose his mind, and if he did, it was
he was so he kind of reminds me of like GBT because
well, you know what's funny? This was the first one we looked at.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, bro, I don't know about all this.
And this one here is like, no, that's not happening.
Well, I said no to all of them because they had brick. It was like brick, and now this is just I don't know. There's something about this.
Well, now that we see it, because I mean, it really kind of transforms the space.
Yeah. So. It kind of looks like pizza to me. So, anyway, so we should.
I don't know if you've noticed, but this one's always hungry. It's like, come on.
I just had a chicken sandwich.
That kind of looks like a turkey.
We should. Hi, Anka. Anka said, I love the background. Is that at the CCC? Will it stay? Well, we're not going to keep it up. We have to take it down until we have like a proper.
But this will be our
studio space. But yeah, this will be our regular background. I think we need to tell people like our new format and the stuff that's coming down.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, so for June, so we have this new. Okay, so I'll tell you all the topics that we have coming.
Exactly.
So for June, June is going to be like our Pride, Sex and Recovery Month, and so. Excuse me.
Wow.
I did that deliberately into the mic. So, what's crazy is I just had a chicken sandwich before getting on, and I feel like it smells like Chipotle aioli.
I'm gonna mark that mic. I'm gonna mark it so that I make sure that.
All right, listen. Gosh. Okay, so for June, it's like our Pride, Sex and Recovery Month. What we're doing is every month at the top of the month, so at the very beginning of our first week, we'll do the intro to the topic. So this is like, like what we're doing right now. We're back, intro to the topic.
Brandon.
And then Brandon said, am I supposed to edit that? Yeah, when you get to it. So then first topic is going to be intro to the topic. Second week is going to be adult film. So we'll have like adult film. Because essentially, all right, everyone. Okay, like y'all have never heard someone burp before. No, this is kind of like when someone farts and people like get all out of sorts about it. It's like, oh, so you don't fart?
I don't know if that's the case.
See, like you, I don't. Okay, so here's an example. I can't picture you farting.
Well, because I do it privately. Because I make sure that if I have to, like, it's very rare that I'm going to let people, like, certain sounds. Yeah.
Like when I think about you and your gas, like, I picture your gas coming out in, like, neatly typed balloons.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, so, wow.
So, like, hold on. Let's go back to the list.
Okay, yeah, let's go back to the list.
Cut and cut. At least it's not chewing, maybe. Wait, your butthole chewing?
No. I tried, Anthony. No.
I tried, Anthony.
No, Anthony chewing.
Chewing. Oh, I see you, Bonnie Violet. I see you, Bonnie Violet.
I know.
Okay, let's go back to this list. So at the top of every month, we'll do like the intro into the topic. And then, so for this month, we're doing like sex and recovery and pride. And so we're doing intro. So next week we'll have an adult film actor, otherwise known as like a porn star or someone who does pornography. Then the week after that, we'll have a sex worker in. And then at the end of the month, we're always going to have some type of expert, right? So maybe like a sex surrogate in this case.
Exactly. And we'll have a lovely interview. And also, the meet in between, like our introduction, and then also inviting like a guest on, like a professional, we want to encourage and want to invite others on to act as guest co-host.
We've asked quite a few people. Folks are also welcome to come into the studio, but that's by invitation only. So just like reach out. Just reach out if you want to come to the show. Okay, let's stay focused. So then for July, do you want to tell people what we're doing in July?
Yeah, so for July, we're focused on interpersonal relationships. So again, we're going to start the month. Anthony and I will talk about like what you can expect for the month, and then we'll just talk about our relationship and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And then we're going to focus in on our relationship with coworkers at work, also family and friends, and we also we have Leslie Kay who's going to be joining us for that. Yay! And then platonic and romantic relationships, and then finally we'll end the month with a therapist, an expert. Just happens to be someone that he knows really well.
It'll be my partner.
It'll be his partner.
My partner will be on.
So after all this. If you've been watching faithfully,
you'll get to
and
meet
listening,
him, and
you've heard him always kind of find some way to incorporate my partner into the.
Yeah.
You'll get a chance to meet him.
Don't even do that. It hasn't been like that.
Okay. I actually have receipts.
You're like, we literally record our conversations.
I have receipts. I'm showing up with receipts.
Yeah. Did you go through the whole month? Yeah. So then for August, we're going to do types of recovery. So of course, top of the month, we'll do like the intro to the topic. Then we're going to do Dharma. We'll talk about Dharma recovery, then smart recovery 1 week. And then we'll have an expert at the end of the month to talk about harm reduction.
Absolutely.
And then how about you want to talk about
and then
something?
Finally, so last quarter or last season, one of our, Our tagline is that there are no outside issues. And one of the things that we've been working towards is really kind of having being open to all sorts of conversations and really bringing our relationship to, as sober individuals and to the conversation. And so we decided to theme September is going to be about controversy. And, we're going to be talking about politics, race, and we're going to have an expert on DEI.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Absolutely. And I think those kinds of conversations are super important because like both of us are in 12-step. Not everybody who does recovery is in 12-step.
That's right.
But a lot of times you have folks who, not even in recovery. It's like in life, I am uncomfortable with this, and so I'm going to tell you that it's problematic or not work for me. And I think that the goal is to kind of have conversation to, especially anything that kind of can cause me grief, like it's going on now. I get to work the steps around it. I get to talk about it. I get to process it. I get to make sure that I am solid. And so I'm excited about this month. I mean, I'm excited about it. And I feel like it is going to shape how we move forward too.
You mean, you think that season, that month?
I think so.
Oh, interesting.
I think so because it's like in the beginning, Bonnie Violet can attest to this. It's like we were really mindful about like having conversations about recovery, focused on recovery, and because we wanted to make sure, number one, we have a relationship with the Castro Country Club.
Sorry, I'm having such a hard time paying attention to you.
That's okay.
Sorry, I don't. Maybe
David.
it's
David, which
David is this?
David is someone who needs to join us.
Who's David?
I don't know.
Hold on, I'm going to pull our screen closer.
I don't think you know him, but it's like it's okay. But you'll get an opportunity.
He has a cool tattoo. Hi, David.
You'll get an opportunity to meet him.
Nice to meet you, David. I also don't fart.
Yeah, you do.
See, you do seem like someone that's actually quite gassy. You seem gassy. You ever look at someone and you're like, oh, that bitch farts stink? Right? You know what I mean?
All the time.
Hey, David.
Hi. So that's it. And really excited about that.
So let's talk about this month.
Yeah, what are you looking forward to most this month?
I don't know. I think these are really comfortable. Like if you rest your head on the mic.
They are. Like I said, I'm gonna mark that mic.
You know what's okay, so you know what? Okay, I need to tell you something about me. I am 100% a morning person. Like I love mornings. It's like I like it, right? I am absolute garbage after 6 p.m. And I'm like sitting here. I'm like, oh my God, this is so hard. Who said this? Brandon said, can we please have David on the show?
We need to have.
Who is David? No Tino Shane?
No, David.
I just don't know who he is.
I'm going to make sure that you guys meet because David's great. David actually wrote a book.
Ooh, let's do it. David, you wrote a book?
Yes.
Okay.
David,
what's it about? David, tell us what it's about.
David should absolutely. David, you should absolutely be on this month. I think David should be our last.
Let's take someone off the schedule.
No, David, would you be interested in us interviewing you on the 26th?
I'll
if you're
be
available?
in for town for Dory. When is Dory?
I don't know. That's September. Maybe
not us doing business on the air.
I know.
So we'll figure it.
It's like we will table this and put it in the parking lot.
Yeah. So let's talk about. But yeah, David, I'm looking forward to meeting you.
David's amazing.
Okay. I want to be on the show. I have a lot of things to say. All right. So let's go to June, the 26th of. Okay, I'm like. Okay. So this month. So what am I looking forward to for? Okay, so I'm really looking forward to having the sex surrogate.
Yeah.
That's such a interesting thing. And I mean, I guess having an adult film person is cool, but I feel like because we live in San Francisco, we're surrounded by them.
Oh, I know. It's like when I first moved here, I thought that I would go to the, when they had video stores or whatever, and you go into the section and I would see people that I recognized and I'm thinking, is it a rite of passage to be an adult film?
Yeah, you know? Right. Yes. I mean, like there's some days I'm just walking in the Castro and I was like, that guy looks familiar.
And then I became demystified or whatever when I started hooking up with them and I'm all, oh yeah. Okay. So I guess if I can start and stop the camera and take whatever pill to keep my dick hard, and yeah.
Oh, who are you coming for?
I'm sorry. I'm not coming for anybody. I'm just saying that
that sounds like
I'm just saying that it's a fantasy.
No, 100%.
It's a fantasy, and
there's a really good. Sorry, go ahead, finish.
No, it's a fantasy, and it's like I'm all. I mean, they do a good job because I still go on the Pornhub. I'm all got to take care of business.
I know it's one of your favorites on your phone.
Wow, it's like so. I decided because I trusted you not to put that privacy screen on, but I probably need to put the privacy screen on because you're all in my business.
Okay, I'm not even going to respond to that. I'm going to respond to that because you stay waving your phone around, so it's not like I'm the only person who can see it. So what else was I going to say about film people? Well, there's a great book. It's called The Porn Trap, and it's all about the Porn Trap is all about like the kind of history of pornography and how pornography has changed. And there was a time, for example, when like porn was being created, it was about like inspiring the mood rather than but what's happened with pornography is that the pornography itself has become the thing that you consume, right? Okay. And so pornography, one of the kind of like arguments against porn is that they're not accurate depictions of what sex actually is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, especially not when you're like there's 30 guys around you.
And who the hell has sex with one hand behind their back? You know what I mean? So that you can get the side angle. Okay, you're not going to look at me like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Actually, I pose when I'm having sex. Come on, I look in the mirror. I'm like, yeah, you better. That's hot.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? Hi, David. So you know what's interesting is that dirty talk has changed throughout the years.
So
that's changed throughout the years, and the voice that's like generally thought of as like erotic has also changed throughout the years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I used to just say, it's like, look, I'm not very verbal. I'm not very vocal, and just pay attention to my breathing and the fact that I'm still here. If you pay attention to my breathing and I'm into this or whatever, because something...
can you not gyrate like that? That made me so uncomfortable. Oh my God.
No, because something that was super interesting, like even at the worst in my active addiction, I was always able to negotiate. It was very rare that
Negotiate what?
Negotiate, like, if I were not into this situation or the scenario and I needed to get out, I wouldn't have any problem getting out.
Hooking up?
Yeah, and it was very rare.
You've never had a situation where you stayed, even though you didn't want to?
I've stayed.
Okay.
I've had some situation where I stayed because I needed to get some more drugs. But no. It was never a situation where I left like feeling so dirty and so kind of like, oh God, I can't believe I did that or whatever. Like it was good enough. It was good enough. And yeah, so that was
okay. So I have certainly, this is one of the gifts of recovery is that like you learn how to say no and establish boundaries. But for the longest time, not the longest time, but there have certainly been experiences where like you meet up with someone, they don't look like their pictures like the vibe isn't right. But like once I'm there, if they're coming to my place, I mean, it doesn't matter who's hosting, but the point is that like, I'm already there and I'm like, well, fuck, and I was like, I don't want to have the conversation. And so I have go-to phrases and go-to things that like I would do in order to like just wrap it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was only one time in my active addiction where a guy had come over to hook up and my friend was there and my friend was really fucked up. So I pushed him onto my friend and I like went to bed.
Oh, wow. It's like, have we done some step work around that?
That's the same friend who like, I was homeless and I was like, we were sharing a bed for some time and he would pee on me. Like not like he would pee on me because he was he was drinking.
Was it sexual?
No, it wasn't. He wasn't like fucking like standing and peeing on me. he was in his sleep. He was in his sleep because he was a drunk and he would pee in the bed. And the first couple of times I thought, oh my God, he's so sweaty. And then, but then after a while I was like, wait a minute, I think he's fucking peeing in the bed.
What it comes down to is like, when you ask people for help, you have to be okay with how that help shows up.
Yeah, that was a dark time in
wow,
my life.
I've never heard that story.
There's so many. So boundaries,
And I also think that like we have it listed like being able to have conversations about sex work, because I think that like so important. I mean, it's like taking the stigma and the kind of judgment away from
sex work.
Yeah, because like even with folks who do porn, like I remember there was a time where I'm all, how does that person like live with themselves or whatever, even though I was watching it faithfully. And then I realized, oh, hey, hi, sweet.
What's this person? Ebneon?
Paul.
But it says Ebneon.
That's the name on there, but it's Paul. He volunteers here.
Oh, hey, I know Paul. He's like relatively new.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, Paul, good to see you, sweetheart.
Welcome. So, being able to talk, being able to have a deeper conversation, and also to kind of expose people to that, because like if you've never like even thought to have a conversation about what it means to be a sex worker, what it means to act in porn.
Yeah.
If you want to call it acting. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
you know what's crazy for me? You've been talking enough. So you know what's crazy for me?
Whoa. It's like, I'm trying to catch up with you. I mean, because since you... Okay,
I'm just playing.
somebody's going to get punched in the gut. I'm just saying, it's like I'm all... Yeah.
Oh, man. What was I going to say? I totally forgot. I miss you, too. I miss you, too. This doesn't feel consensual. So
this doesn't feel consensual.
I don't fart. Brandon C. Okay, let's think about Brandon. Brandon, to me, like when I think about you farting, I think of very like resonant, high pitched farts.
Oh wow! So basically, this show has become about the different kind of farts.
Jaylon says, "Let's talk about sexy." How do you know about that? Wait. Oh, so.
No, he's saying, let's talk about sex, baby.
Oh, okay, because Jaylon, okay, this is funny. I have a really bad joke. I can't tell it online. It's like really controversial. But I have a joke
when
where
people bring it up and say, but I can't tell you.
Because, no, I can't make it. It's just too dark.
You don't want to get canceled?
Yeah, it's like way too dark.
I can't wait to go off air. Because
maybe I should say it.
Oh my God.
So, what?
No, go ahead.
There you go. Hi, Jaylon. Fuck, what was I saying?
You're talking about a joke that you can tell us.
Well, no, before that, when I was like, "Oh, you've gone on too," he said, "Text me." Okay, well, I forgot pornography. Oh no. Oh, whatever.
I was talking about acting in pornography.
So one of the things that I think is crazy is that there are pornography awards. Like there are awards given out.
Oh yeah, I would love to go.
Yeah, like supporting actress or like you know what I mean? So
hottest bottom.
Yeah, and one of the I've had such a. So in general, I really like amateur stuff. Okay. I like when it's like, it feels like homegrown. David says, wow, I really stepped into a situation here. Wow. As a sex worker and a content creator, my HP must have wanted me to come and give this a listen. Well, David.
That's what I'm saying. David is amazing.
David, reach out so that we can put you on.
Yes, exactly. I really think that like, we're all doing business. We're going to talk to you after.
Yeah, we will talk to you after. So yeah, there's awards for pornography. There's also like, some pornography people, like they create brands and like they sell things. Like there was that one guy, what's his name? Biaggi.
Yeah.
Biaggi. He's Latino.
Antonio Biaggi.
Yeah. Doesn't he have like an underwear line? I live for the content. Hey, GJ. I mean, GJ. I told you I am fucking garbage after 6 p.m.
Like with anything else, it's kind of like when we were talking about the drag or whatever, taking something that you have or whatever and making it work for you, expanding it.
Okay.
Like making, you created.
Yeah. So, okay, now I remember what I wanted to say. So like one of the things that's interesting, you ever look at someone's face and you keep looking at it.
I just want to punch him.
No,
you look at it and say, well, I just want to punch him.
You keep looking at it and like things start to morph. Like you start to notice like the eyes and like it just starts to morph. You know, like if you say a word over and over and over and over and over again, like the meaning falls away.
Yeah.
So I feel like with pornography, there's like something really similar. Like when you meet someone who's in pornography or like you have a conversation with them, there's the way like the fantasy falls apart.
Oh yeah.
There's like, I remember, for example, our mutual friend, Adam. So do you know Austin Wolf? Is that his name? He's okay. So, I didn't realize I knew the name of so many like porn actors, but, okay. So Austin Wolf, I was talking to Adam and Adam was like, oh, Austin Wolf, like, oh, he's so hot, blah, blah, blah. He fucks all these like twinks, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh yeah, that's true. I was like, well, I've come across a film of Austin Wolf where he's bottoming. And Adam was like, what? And Adam was like, so...
His whole life was destroyed.
He was like so devastated. He was like,
I'm sorry. As soon as a really hot, somebody who's been topping aggressively or whatever shows up as a bottom, I'm like, yes.
Yeah. So, okay. You want an update on my research? Yeah. So I've started to get data back from my research and overwhelmingly like gay men are predominantly verse. There's actually very few people that are like truly tops and truly bottoms.
Some of my friends who are in industry or whatever, a lot of times what they end up doing is like for the camera, they end up doing one a little more Like they show up that way. So it's like, it's pretty cool. I mean, because especially like if I have this image of you and you're this matte top or whatever, and you come over and you put your ass up in the air, I'm in heaven. Okay. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I don't know. Like, how does someone respond to that? Like,
you don't.
Well,
have
that's great for you.
You don't have to respond. You just have to. You just have to know that that's where I'm at right now.
No, is that your truth?
Wink. Thank you, Steven. Steven is so good. Yeah, you're amazing.
So, yeah, you know what I used to have a really hard time with? Go-go dancers.
Why?
I think, you know what I've been thinking about a lot recently. So, work. So you know how, I'll be starting this August.
I know.
At my spot,
I'm excited.
Right? And well, okay, let me just kind of like air some stuff out here. So a lot of the stuff that we've talked about on the podcast, it can be kind of racy, and it doesn't lend itself well to like conservative environments. Yeah. In a lot of ways,
especially not today.
No, especially not today, right? And so I've been thinking a lot about like, oh my God, like what if like I'm working with patients and they come across this platform? But I feel like a big part of that for me is like, but this is like, like I want to show up as like a complete human when I'm working with people, and
Bobby Friday.
No way. Hey, Bobby Friday.
I saw Bobby Friday last night. I told you, Bobby Friday, you were flawless.
Yeah. Did you say that on air? So Bobby Friday, Lewis was saying earlier that you are, oh no, you used another word. It was flawless, but there was another one.
It's just perfection.
Oh, perfection was the word. Bobby. So I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, so go-go dancers. So I used to have such a big problem with go-go dancers because I'm not much of a voyeur, but I like to be watched.
Yeah.
So like if I saw go-go dancers, like I'd always think to myself, like I should be there. I shouldn't be like watching.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, maybe because my dad didn't love me or something.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it could be a little uncomfortable because, like you ain't getting my money.
Yeah.
I'm over here dancing. It's like, it's okay.
I remember the first, and of course last time I ever gave a go-go dancer $1.
Okay.
It was down the block here. It was at, what's that? 440. You better work that box. Bobby Friend. It was not 440. Is it 440?
442 or
it's not Twin Peaks. It's the one across the street.
It's 440.
440. So it was at 440. There was this like really cute go-go dancer, and I gave one $1 on my birthday. Aw.
Yeah, that's lovely.
So I gave this guy $1, and then I noticed myself wanting to talk to him. Like, and I'm like,
you need to give me some more money.
I'm like, I am so bad. I don't know how to do this. You know what I mean?
I gave a go-go dancer 50 cents once. But I said it on the counter and said, pick it up.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, I remember when I was in my 20s, there was this other go-go dancer that I was like obsessed with. And whenever I would go, I would like make eye contact with him. And I always thought it meant that we had a special relationship.
Oh my God.
What did Bobby Friday say?
Listen, I like to get the money and give the money. Does that make me verse? Absolutely. It's like you're part of that's a relationship.
I've been, Paul says, started pelting pocket change at the.
Oh my
Paul's
God.
like making wishes and throwing it at the.
I know exactly. It's like make a wish and throw it in the pond.
Yeah,
we're like bringing out on the dark side of it, folks. So can we talk about? Okay, so I know we were talking about what we're looking for, like with our conversations about sex and everything. But I was asking you, like, what are you looking for about the fact that this is Pride Month? Like, do you have any rituals, or are you looking to create them?
B and I were talking about that the other day because for B Benji, my partner, only went bent over. Only been bent over for what, Bobby Friday?
I know.
For the money? Only went bent over. Okay, so
I just heard Bobby laugh. You remember Bobby Friday when was hosting Mascara? That laugh, like I can't do it, but it's the best laugh. It's the best.
No,
laugh.
I know. I love his laugh.
Yeah.
He's such a sweetheart. Alex says, listening to this without looking at the live comment section sounds like two people with undiagnosed ADHD.
Oh my God. Pocket purse.
Alex, shut the fuck up.
Coin purse. You got told.
Well, you know what? I'll give you so I do have ADHD, but the problem is that my body no longer responds to stimulants, because when I was in my active addiction, what I would do is I would cut up my meds with cocaine and I'd mix it and I would just do rails of that. And so like ever since then, like I just like my body doesn't respond.
You know, this is like reality TV or any other show. Like when Anthony came on, he was classy as hell. And you stay on long enough and you eventually are exposed. I mean, he started out this hour talking about farts and Chipotle breath on a mic. It's like, I'm on.
Oh, you know, I feel this, we have 10 minutes, Steven?
Yeah.
Really? Didn't we start at 8:15?
Yeah, but we're.
Oh, right.
We honestly, it's pretty impressive, like, because we were just like going on and on and
on. Thank you for that, Louis. I was just.
Wow! It's like,
oh my god. Okay, so I forgot what I was talking about.
You were talking about your pride. Let's talk
pride. So things. Okay, I think actually, in responding to what you said, like your observation of me, the podcast. So within the last couple of years, I've been trying to be like a more integrated person, right? And so I remember when I first came into the rooms, I was working so hard to come off as like super straight lace, like really proper. It was really, I mean, I cringe just thinking about it.
I always say it's like, if you're sitting anywhere near me in a meeting, don't even try it, bitch.
So do you remember Rocco?
Yeah.
There was one day I was at a restaurant and I was like just doing my song and dance, and he goes straight up to me. He goes, "This is all an act. I don't believe any of this."
Yeah, exactly. Rocco, I love Rocco.
I was like,
Rocco keeping it real. He was from Rocco keeping it from New York.
Yeah. Oh, thank you by Friday. But yeah, I was like, but you know, I've been working very hard to be a more integrated person. And so one of the things that I in my interviews, you know, one of the questions that I asked, like the places that I was interviewing with, is like, you know, like how is this institution working to like decolonize what it means to be a psychologist, you know, and how can I arrive at my job as a complete person, you know? And I work relationally. And so I feel like the podcast has been really helpful for that, because I used to worry a lot about like, well, what is this going to do to my career? And like, but the point is that like, I'm a gay man. This is what my life looks like. Like, I think like we're the most helpful to other people when we're like being honest and and I don't want to use the word fucking authentic, but like when we are being authentic, you know?
Exactly.
So yeah, you know, and like part of that is like go-go dancers and porn and like feeling like there's, you know, we're like a bottle of poppers away, you know, from whatever the fuck this is. Steven, I don't mind this. I really don't.
I don't know. I don't know that I'm getting a bottle of poppers from that background, but whatever. It's like, I'm all, you do you.
So Pride Month. So what am I looking forward to? So the other day we were talking about it, and Bobby said it's lovely.
It is. Thank you.
Bobby, I voted for you. Wait, she used to be, Bobby, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember was it for Empress? Was she Empress? Grand Duchess. Okay, yeah, because I remember walking somewhere to vote for her, and then I had to go home and get my
Hi, Jeremy.
I had to get
jalapeno poppers, yeah. Okay,
I'm living.
Coming to my shows.
Oh, I've come to your shows, of course. I thought it was a filter.
No, it's a background. We did the work.
Looking forward to the 15th annual Castro Country Club.
I know the pageant's coming up.
The pageant is going to be off the fucking hook. Yes, Grand Duchess. The competition is going to be so intense. The queens that we have this year that are competing are just like
absolutely
next level. So I'm really looking forward to it. But
there's a lot going on. Anthony's not going to finish this point, but there's a lot going on.
My point is that for years, so like I would go to Pride and I would I'd get fucked up. Okay, right. I did all of that. And then I got sober, and like Pride makes me very anxious. And so for years, what I would do during Pride is I would rent a hotel in Oakland and I would just stay out there the entire time. You're going to do
that again this time?
Well, no, I'm not going to do that this year. I'm going to, like I've been I feel like we're very fortunate here because Michael hosts a party. Michael and Jose host that party. And so like I do that, but like, it can be very stressful. Bobby Friday says, me too. I will just be a hosting because I won't I won it already. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Anka says, can't wait. And I get to meet Bobby Friday.
I love that. I love
Bobby Friday is a San Francisco treasure.
Yes, exactly.
So
Bobby Friday got her humble beginning at Mascara when I was hosting.
Really?
When Minnie was hosting, yes.
Get out of here.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to?
You know what? So every year, like in the past, it's like I used to say, oh yeah, I know the Sober Pride Party at Yotel. We're gonna be able to watch the parade from.
We have
Yotel.
to register for that, don't we?
Yeah.
I'll do that right after this.
So
he said, don't do it.
No. It was.
It's sold out.
Yeah. So basically,
not everyone's gonna show up.
I don't. It's kind of like when I'm traveling. I don't bookend anything.
Yeah.
But I used to worry about like not having things planned, and so I kind of just play it by ear. But what I'm looking forward to most, and it's already starting, we seem to get all this engagement, all these people connecting and talking and chatting. This is one of the reasons why we when we talked about changing to this time. I mean, it's going to be challenging for this one to stay awake, but it's okay because I'm here to support you. I'm looking at you now, and he's looking at me like I am going to eviscerate you.
You don't think I'm awake right now?
No, you are awake.
I mean, you're boring, but I'm still awake.
Wow.
Can I tell you what happened? So the other day, Alex had reached out because he wanted to work. Is Yotel a sober, sex positive event?
Well, kind of, because some people, you can get a room.
What?
Hey.
So I was helping a dear friend with some roast jokes, and I feel like I've been in that like mind frame. So maybe I'm like testing out some material. I really want to write for a roast. Would you ever put yourself up for a roast?
I was thinking about for the next one because I wasn't going to do it because I had some concern. For those who don't know, we just recently had a roast of our current reigning empress, Linda Summers, so I was on the dais. I was one of the roasters, and sure, but not in the lobby, I assume. Yes, no, exactly, not in the lobby. Your friend is a dear. Aw. So I was a deer, DER, deliberate. So I was one of the roasters, and it was pleasantly surprising because sometimes
not you coming for her spelling.
No, sometimes we're all like a little. Sometimes we all think that we're really funny or whatever, and can be super cringy. But it was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and But I would totally like if it's for a good cause, I would do it. But I fear like most of the fundraisers that we do, we overdo them. So it's like once a year.
Yeah, that was so clever. I didn't get to attend, but that was a very clever fundraiser.
Yeah, it was nice. So we're gonna be wrapping up soon, huh?
We haven't been given the 5 yet.
Okay, that's perfect.
We just got the 5.
He just threw his hands up.
What else do you want to say?
I don't know. So,
okay, and I tell you, you know what? Alex doesn't generally watch us. Hey, Jeremy. What does that say? It's a deer.
Alex has been a contributor in the past.
It's a deer and sparkles.
She
is lucky I was out of town. I have a thing or two to say since the Empress was my princess. Aww.
I know, exactly.
Are they done yet? Oh, okay, Bonnie Violet. Angel will be hosting a part 2, and we will be roasting Poyle Demar. Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but I think Poyle's like Kathy Griffin in that she lives for those moments.
Oh my God, Poyle is one of the funniest people.
Yeah, because she was off the cuff. She went off on everybody. It's like we were all running to the door.
I remember years ago, I was talking to Paul Poyle, and I said, "Listen, I don't have the energy to like." Go back, like I can't. Please don't make fun of me.
Yeah,
like I just can't. I
actually said that to Paul today on the steps because I was in shorts and I walked down and I was posing or whatever.
Yeah.
What's up with those ashy legs or whatever? It's like I'm all thinking. And so I was like, you know what? I love you, and I know that whatever you're going through now, it's like you got some hate in your heart.
You know what makes Poyle, I think, so funny is that Poyle is so fearless when it comes to like jokes and stuff like that. And she's said this before. She's like, there is nothing you can say about me. Like, there's nothing like you can come for it because she's already prepared for all of it. I love her. So, well, this has been fun. It's really good to see you, to be in front of in front of a mic and the camera with you again.
Yeah, I know, exactly. So The Castro Country Club is a safe and sober community center for all people and a refuge for the LGBTQ recovery community.
We provide programs and services that help people change their lives by supporting personal growth.
Our vision is to reduce the suffering of addiction by connecting people to community, opportunity, and support.
You can find more information, including all the ways to contact us at www.castrocountryclub.org/podcast.
Yes, and tune in every Tuesday. Tune in every Wednesday.
Hold on. We're going to fix this.
I know. Tuesday,
Steven, can you fix that?
Yeah.
You can't fix that?
We can fix it later.
So tune in every Wednesday.
At 8 o'clock-ish.
Pacific Standard Time. No, it's going to be 8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock.
It'll be so... Can you go back, Steven? Yeah. Your mic is on, by the way.
I know. Steve.
We just heard you. Tune in every Wednesday. Is this yours?
At 8 p.m. Yeah. Yes. Pacific Standard Time when we go live on our Castro Country Club Facebook and YouTube channels.
Go to the next one. Asleep at the wheel. It's like Brandon's back here. Find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Louis said that he didn't want to. I think we're still live, but Louis said that he didn't want us to continue.
We can. I mean, it's like.
Are we on right now?
I don't know how much longer we're going to talk.
I mean, how was that for you?
It was really good. I mean, it was fun. It was like we came back. I feel like,
it's so nice to have so many people contributing to it. That was a lot of fun.
And it'd be nice to have it structured, conversation after. But I think that's what we need to do for this show, the beginning of the month. We need to just talk about whatever we want to talk about and not worry about like the confines of like, oh God, we need this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. What's funny?
It's a test for both of us because
What's the
type of
test?
Virgos that we are? It's like
we are
this
Virgos.
This is weird, man. It's like I need control. Yeah, did I told you this is the thing I've been struggling with, like control.
Control.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to. Do we have a person right next week? I think we do. We have the next person right next week. I guess should we just land this plane?
I think we should because it's like that's why I was saying it's like I don't know that we actually have more to talk about. But
well, if you've listened this far and you've been following us,
so sorry.
Or if this is the first time, we love you. Keep coming back, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.